Hey guys, today I'll be doing a what ifs of what if Goku was a legendary Super Saiyan. So what I'll be doing, right, is I'll try give like a spin on Katsu's what if, right, where Goku dies at the end, and I'll try make it to where he doesn't die, right? So please tell me how it goes. This is my first what if, so I hope it's not too bad. But like, let's see how it goes. So how this what if starts is we see Frieza looking over a planet which is about to destroy, and in an elite spaceport there is a child with a power level over 10,000, and his name is Kakarot. So what happens here is we now see picture Frieza about to throw a death ball onto the planet Earth. I mean onto planet Vegeta, right? But then in the nick of time, right, Goku realizes what's gonna happen, and he manages to create a space shield, what's it called, a force field, as Broly does in the Broly movie. So then what goes on now is he's floating through space as like a lone baby boy, and a purple man flying through space stumbles across him, which is Shin, right, the Supreme Kai of Universe 7. So he then takes him to his planet, and then he decides to try and take him home to raise him, because he doesn't know what to do with this kid and the power level is so high. So then after that he goes to his planet, and then Kibito sees the boy and says mortals aren't supposed to be on this world, and that it will not be necessary for him to stay here, because they can just find a planet with a decently low power level where it's unlikely for the Freezer Force to go, which means that he will be likely to be safe there. So then Shin agrees with him, and they decide to leave him on a planet called Planet Earth, even though, because these guys are not even hands-on with their research and stuff, because of you can see this on like the mortal level of Universe 7. They don't realize that actually the power level of humans is drastically lower than that of other species. So once they leave Goku there and disappear, everyone on the planet is alerted. Everyone who can sense energy is alerted and gets a heart attack when they realize that there's a power level of 10,000 somewhere in the woods. Kami is shocked, Roshi shocked, Gohan almost faints because this power level is just like 200 meters away from him, and these guys tremble on what could be there. They think maybe Piccolo got out of his capsule, but then of the rice cooker, but then they realize that this power level is far higher than anything they've ever seen and anything they've ever noticed. So Gohan slowly approaches the area in which the area in the forest in which this power level is, and all he hears is a crying baby boy. So then as he goes further, he sees that it's a boy with a tail, and he wonders where this boy could have come from to have such an outstanding power level. And he just decides, because this child has nowhere to go and he could be the future protector of the planet, he would raise it as his own child, and hence he gives him the name Goku. So as time passes, other foes, when Goku's around 5 years old, an enemy decides to come where he located that the power level of 10,000. So that means they send an assassin, right, which is, I think his name is Assassin Tao, right, Tao Pai Pai. They send him to try and assassinate this power level, because it would be a threat to the Red Ribbon's plans. So this back when in the inception of the plans, and they don't want any threats because it's the first threat they've ever seen. They send Assassin Tao to try and assassinate the boy, to make sure that this boy doesn't grow up to become a threat to the Red Ribbon army. So then as Tao Pai Boy goes to assassinate the boy, he shoots a bullet directly toward Goku's head, and it literally just bounces off, and it reflects onto Tao Pai Pai's ear, and it knocks it off because of the force of a gun, which was just then reflected back at him. So now Tao, without an ear, decides to try use his martial arts to try and defeat Goku. So as he starts fighting Goku, he realizes how outmatched he is, and with just one slap from Goku, Tao Pai Pai literally gets sent to the other side of planet Earth, and he lands back into the Red Ribbon base, and he explains to them after they heal him up, because he has battered bones and he's beaten up, the power of this boy and how strong he actually is. So then this gives General Jiro an idea to maybe observe this boy, and one day he can actually kidnap this boy and use him for his android plan, so that now that he could have an army of ultra powerful mechanisms in which no one will be able to fight him. So as time passes, Jiro builds his spy bots to now spy Goku from his early childhood, and he begins with his android plans earlier than he did. He gets further along his android plans earlier than he did before. So now when this boy is now 12, he's now staying with his grandpa, because now at least when he was fighting another foe, the foe managed to chop off his tail, because that's still Goku's weak spot. So once they grabbed his tail, he was quite weak. So then after that, Goku realized that if he still has this tail, that means it's a weak point for people to attack him. So then he managed to just pull it off by mistake one day. It fell off because he was just stuck on a tree. It grabbed onto a tree somehow, and he was just running and he didn't realize it was still stuck on, and he just pulled it out by mistake. So then that inadvertently prevented Master Gohan from dying, because he didn't manage to turn to an Ozaru. Because if he did, it would be over for the planet. It'd be over. So at least he managed to accidentally save the planet from it being destroyed by his own hand. So later on, as he's walking to hunt some food for his grandpa, a car almost knocks him, and he thinks it's some type of weird beast. So he tries to flick the car, and just by flicking it, the car is battered and destroyed. And but Bulma manages to just barely exit the car because he flicked it while she was already coming out, which means that she just ended up getting a few scratches on her. But it ended up that she actually ended up being like 20 meters away from the car just by that one flick. And the car couldn't even be seen because of the power of how much Goku flicked it. So then Bulma then asks Gohan about these, gets invited by Goku to come to the house, and then Gohan talk to the lady, and then Gohan realizes that Bulma now explains the Dragon Balls and how they can grant a wish, and that now she just needs to get the fourth Dragon Ball and continue on her way. So then Gohan realizes that now if Goku isn't even learning some proper experience while he's in the house with Gohan, so Gohan just decides to tell Goku to go with Bulma so that Bulma can have a bodyguard, and Goku can gain some practical experience from when he can become a real warrior who can protect the earth from the Demon King Piccolo and other threats that may be more dangerous. So Goku leaves Bulma to collect the Dragon Balls, and then because the what if is getting kind of long right now, I'm gonna leave it like this for now. But if it sounds like it's going, you like this what if so far, I will continue it if I get 8 likes. I hope that's not too many. Yeah, 8 likes. So if I do get 8 likes, then I'll continue this what if, and I'll do further what ifs in future. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a good day.